Right guys, I thought I'd do a collection video. This one is of my Dreamcast collection. Right, so first up is Metropolis Street Racer. So I have played this, but I don't really like it, to be honest with you. It's one of those races where no matter how much you try and press like left or right on the control pad to go around a corner, the car just doesn't want to steer. And I fucking hate that in racing games. So that's why I don't like this, because you try and turn a corner and the car just doesn't want to steer. So there you go. It really, really does annoy me in racing games. What is the point in making a racing game when you have that problem? Anyway, Evolution. I bought this, I think it was £6 in Game Station. So I just bought it because it was a bargain, and yeah, I haven't played it. I'm not sure whether it's meant to be good or not, so yeah. This is Metropolis Street Racer again. Here we have Incoming. This is one of those games where I really wanted it for ages, and then when you get it and you play it, you finally realise that it's absolutely a load of rubbish. It's just like one of those budget titles that have got several different types of games on it, and it's just yeah, it just ain't that great, to be honest. Wheat Tricks again, it's just a puzzle kind of game, and I'm not into it. It's just not my kind of thing. It's not what I want really to play on the Dreamcast, and I mean it's good, but just not what I want. And Worms Armageddon. What can you say about Worms other than I don't think it's changed much since the original, so it's Worms basically. And going down, I'll do this one first. I've actually got a video of this on the channel. It's quite a weird one for me. It is Deadly Skies. It's just weird because it's got this weird kind of arcade style about it, which I've never played, and it's just, yeah, it's very Japanesey and quite unique for me anyway, because I've never played anything like that. It's not like Afterburner, let's put it like that, but it has got a few similarities. Sega Rally 2 Championship. You know, I can't remember actually playing this. I know I've played it a little. I don't think I've played it a lot. I've played the Sega Rally Championship on the Saturn, like, well, I play it all the time because it's so awesome. But I don't think I've touched this much, to be honest with you. So I really need to stick it in. After playing the one on the Saturn so much, I really want to know more about this one. So I really need to play it. Crazy Taxi doesn't really need much of an introduction. Classic game, classic music, and yeah, they've just released this on Xbox Live Arcade, but unfortunately it hasn't got the Offspring music in it. I think they said they couldn't secure the license to the music. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it wouldn't feel the same without the Offspring in it, so I recommend the original. Next up, House of the Dead 2. Absolutely fucking classic game. It's very cheesy, especially the voice acting, but just a great blaster. I've also got a gameplay of that up on the channel. Oh my god, here's a bad game. Kisses Psycho Circus. This is a first person shooting game, and it's just absolutely diabolically rubbish. That's enough said about that one. Choo Choo Rocket. I think it was the first online game in Europe, but it's basically a puzzle game, and yeah, just not my kind of thing again. And Bust a Move, again, another puzzle game. Well, actually, Bust a Move 4. Yeah, not my kind of thing. Oh, my neck's hurting there. Starlancer. I wanted this game for ages, and I finally got it, and I played a bit of it, and it's absolutely freaking awesome. I cannot wait to play this game when I get the VGA to HDMI converter. It's just awesome. What can I say? It's just a space simulator, and yeah, I love those kind of games. And going down, Jet Set Radio. Absolutely classic game. I don't think there's much to be said about that one really, apart from you have to play it. Oh yeah, here's one. Power Stone. I really like this game. It's hard to get used to that 3D kind of environment of, you know, beating other characters up. It's just, I think it's because I'm so used to playing 2D beat 'em ups that this one takes a bit of getting used to. But it's a great game. Now this one is Ready to Rumble Boxing. Brilliant game, absolutely love it. It's just a classic Dreamcast game. I think it feels more at home on the Dreamcast. Yeah, just a brilliant boxing game, just very tongue-in-cheek and fun. And I had to get this one twice because the seller ripped me off and didn't state that the game didn't have a bloody front cover and manual, so I had to buy it again. So this is the complete copy. It is Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2, and it's just like a much improved version of the original. Virtual Tennis, not really touched it to be honest because I don't like tennis and I don't like sports games really, so that's enough about that one. Soul Calibur, classic fighting game. It's both deep and really kind of technical, but at the same time it's very kind of pick up and play. So if you're not really into fighting games, then you know this caters for both basically, and not many games I don't think has managed to achieve that. ECW, yeah, I haven't really played this to be honest, and I'm not really interested in it. Not really interested in wrestling games anymore. Well, that's unless it's that what is it, Fire Pro Wrestling. Might get that on the Dreamcast at some point. MDK2, awesome game. I have played a bit of it. It's really hard to get used to the controls. Basically, you have to use the buttons to go up, down, left or right, and to move forward, back, left or right, sorry. And that is just really awkward, and it's really awkward to get used to. I know there's a mod to put a second analog stick on your Dreamcast controller. I haven't found anywhere on the internet to show me how to do it, so unless I do find somewhere and I can do that mod, then unfortunately I won't be playing this. Just simply because of the fact that it's a great game but the controls are fucking horrible. Okay, next up, what have we got here? Shadow Man. I think this was meant to be pretty good back in the day, but it's aged really bad. Just bad voice acting and yeah, not really want to play. Blue Stinger, I had to buy this just to see, just because everyone said it's one of those games that it's just so bad, it just has to be played. And it really is one of those games that is so bad it's good. And it really is bad. Dino Crisis, this is meant to be a really good game, but I really want to play it, but it's the menu system that really gets on my nerves. It's trying to be too technical. Why they can't just blatantly copy Resident Evil, I have no idea, but I just don't like the menu system. It's clunky, it's too technical, it's just too cluttered. And for that reason, I just find it hard to play and get into. Rayman 2, The Great Escape. I really want to play this. I played a bit of it. I played the first couple of levels, and yeah, it's just a brilliant 3D platformer. Next up is Sonic Adventure. I haven't played this. I've made sure it works, but I haven't played it simply because I'm playing the second game first, so I will get round to playing that at some point. Sonic Adventure 2, brilliant game. I absolutely love it. I think I'm about halfway through, and yeah, I just love it. I just think it's a brilliant game. Sadly, the last best Sonic game ever made. Sorry, but that Sonic 4 game is just rubbish that they just released. Echo the Dolphin. This one is really fun. I will get around to playing this at some point. It's just a really nice looking, great game. Next up is Dragon's Blood. It's like a third person hack and slash that's aged really bad and really isn't that great. Next up is Phantasy Star Online. I know this was meant to be really awesome back in the day, but I've tried to play it and I just can't get into it. It's too quirky. I just can't get into it. Next up, I've got 2 copies of Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. Just a brilliant game, really atmospheric, and yeah, I just really like it. Just a brilliant game. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. Yeah, I've played a bit of this, but my copy's so scratched up. I really need to get another one. So I've heard this is meant to be really awesome. So I am looking forward to getting into this. I'll have to hurry up. Silver. It's an RPG. It's kind of like a top-down RPG, and it's really awesome. Great characters, really awesome graphics, and just the story's meant to be really good on there as well. Oh man, the Nomad Soul, also known as Omicron. It's got David Bowie's music in it, and I think David Bowie actually makes a cameo somewhere along the line, isn't it? Just a great sci-fi adventure. So really looking forward to playing that. In fact, I think that I'm going to make that the first game I get into at some point when I go back to the Dreamcast. And Headhunter, again meant to be the best kind of action game on the Dreamcast. In fact, I think it's the only action game on the Dreamcast that's really any good. Then down here we have Resident Evil Code Veronica. I played about 20 odd minutes of it and then come to realise that I don't think it's as good as everyone makes it out to be, and it's just the bad voice acting and stuff. I would have thought they would have moved on from the bad voice acting by then, but obviously not. Right, and down here, I don't know whether you can see, no, probably not, I've got 2 copies of Shenmue. Just a brilliant game. I think I'm 3/4 of the way through this, so I really need to finish it off. But just an epic game. It really is as good as everyone says it is, if not better. And I got a mint condition Shenmue 2, which obviously I haven't played, but yeah, I'm definitely going to get around to playing this. I just have to. I really love the Shenmue games. Well, I really love the first one. And yeah, obviously because I haven't completed that, I'm not going to get into this until I have. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's all the Dreamcast games that I got. I'm not going for, you know, every single game. I just want the, you know, just, you know, certain games really. I think there's probably about 15 that I want. So not many left to get for me. But yeah, just I'm really, at the moment, I'm just happy with the collection that I got. So yeah, not many to go through, but yeah, that's my complete collection of Dreamcast games. So thanks for watching, guys.